Hello and welcome to Lord Fenton Gaming Reviews Nintendo Direct E3 2019 press conference. I'm your host Lord Fenton. In today's final E3 review video of 2019, we're going to be reviewing Nintendo. Did Nintendo did well or did they did awful? As always, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. So let's get on with the review. First up is the Smash Bros. DLC featuring the Dragon Quest Warrior Heroes, all of them. Not only the recent one for 11, also the other ones too, from 1 through 9. I felt that was good and awesome, decent way to start the show. It was not like Square Enix's or Ubisoft start off wonderful. However, they did give us a warning though. I will admit that was good, however, it was not actual gameplay. I kind of wish they would have shown that, but still, it's pretty good overall. Next up is Dragon Quest XI, the Definitive Edition on the Nintendo Switch. Now, you can play the modern version like you did for the PlayStation 4 and PC, or you could go the Nintendo DS style. Yes, those DS games were wonderful, the Dragon Quest ones. You can play it that style for that game. They extended the game, and it's handheld, and you should get this classic. It's a wonderful game. And if you're a Dragon Quest fan, you want to get it for the Switch, definitely a buy. Definitely. Wonderful. Next up is Luigi Mansion 3. Yes! This time it's at the Haunted Ritz. Yeah, it's a haunted hotel. Some ghost, most likely from House on Haunted Hill, wrote the letter to Luigi to say, bring your friends over. Come to dine. And guess what? They came over and Luigi has to save them. Game looks pretty awesome. Great part I love about is Luigi, which he can go through bars, not get killed by spikes. However, his weakness is to water. Still, it was great overall. They have a nice multiplayer mode. Yes, y'all could get together and hunt down ghosts and beat them down or capture them. Still, I'm gonna give Nintendo huge props for bringing that game to their Nintendo Direct. Bravo, my friends, bravo. Now, next up, I started to get worried a little bit. I was like saying, okay, it's a Netflix show, and it's showing the Dark Crystal, the new version coming up. I was like going, oh no, don't tell me Nintendo's going to be getting into that too. And then all of a sudden, it was for a game. I was like going, whoo! I thought for a second it would be for a TV show, like what Ubisoft did. I was like going, no, don't do that. Instead, it's like a ripoff of Final Fantasy Tactics. It was not bad at all. It's a decent game. I mean, it looked like it was fun, and overall the title was called The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance tactical game. So far so good. It's pretty decent. So far Nintendo's doing much better than I say at least the EA. So let's see what's going on next. Next up is Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Yes, it's a very cute Link. However, it does look awesome and the gameplay looks great. Yes folks, gameplay. A lot of gameplay. There's even an Atlas at one point, I think it was called an Atlas or a Cyclops, tossing Link around like a rag doll. Yes, the bosses look cool, and it's a remake of the Game Boy Color game, and it's perfect for the Switch. Also, what's neat about it is they also have, if I remember right, is a dungeon on a set of dungeons, or you could create your own dungeons. The game looks very awesome. I'm going to give Nintendo props for bringing that to the E3 press conference. Bravo! Bravo! Now, next up on the Nintendo Direct, I felt like they did a good job of this trailer. They announced two games. One's a collection, another one's a remake. So let's talk about the collection first. It's the Mana Collection, which consists of 3 games. One from the Game Boy days in its original format, which is the Final Fantasy Adventures, which is the prequel to the Secret of Mana. The second one is the Secret of Mana in the Super Nintendo format. They did a wonderful job of that. If you hated the remake of the Secret of Mana, well, the original is back, so great news on that. Last but not least, it's coming to the US Trials of Mana. It never came here, and you know what? It's coming here now in its original Super Nintendo format, which is awesome. Now, the best part is they're remaking the Trials of Mana in its modern format, which I feel like they did a great job of that. It looks like a very fun game overhaul. I would certainly have a blast in that. So far so good. They're showing a lot of gameplay, which is awesome. Next up is The Witcher 3. Yes, this is the game where I romance Trish Marigold. Well, you can choose different romances in the game. Combat is awesome. The story is wonderful. You have hours of fun. I have over 100 hours in the game. It's well worth it. You get free DLC, and also you get the paid DLC. Also, it's portable, so you can bring The Witcher 3 anywhere where you want to go. Yes, Project CKP was awesome. They brought it to the Switch finally. I am 100% glad Nintendo showed it on their E3 Nintendo Direct. I'm going to say bravo to both companies. You should definitely buy this gem, Nintendo fans. Just trust me. Now, next up was the CGI anime trailer only. All they showed was cutscenes through the game, which was Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Game looks alright, but only disappointing was I kind of wish there was more gameplay. They did gameplay for Watch Dogs London. Now, next up, they got on the weird side for this trailer. It was supposed to be like a commercial where two people break into a house that's been abandoned just to play Resident Evil 1, the remake. I was like, what the heck? Seriously, what the heck? Still looks alright for the Switch, and they're also bringing Resident Evil 5 and 6. Well, I felt like it was disappointing at that point on that in the Nintendo Direct was that trailer right there. Now, I was getting a little bit concerned next because, again, this is no gameplay trailer at all. This is not actual gameplay. At least they warned us ahead of time, so in case I want to click ahead. They're bringing the sequel to No More Heroes 1 and 2, which is No More Heroes 3. It looked like it was okay, but still, at least they give like a 10 seconds glimpse of gameplay, but still, come on. At a certain point, I was like worrying, going, is Nintendo following the footsteps of Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft, and Bethesda? Nope. Meet Contra Rogue Corps. You have someone who's been infected with an alien, a normal human, some kind of odd alien, and a panda bear with a machine gun. Yes, that panda bear was outright hilarious. I'm glad Switch fans are going to definitely enjoy that game. I'm definitely glad the Contra game is coming back. And what is coming out also today is the Contra collection. So if you love the original Contra at least, well, you get that in a nice collection. Or if you want to try your other favorite Contra games, well, guess what? It's in that collection too. So far so good. That was a good trailer right there. I gotta love that panda. That was hilarious. Next one, they got a little bit on the weird side. Daemon X Machina. It was an okay mecha / human game where you get to ride mechs and play as humans. It was okay. I lost my interest there on that trailer. Now next up, they show a nice trailer. They brought back a Sega classic from the Sega Saturn days, which was Panzer Dragoon. Looked like they're going to either remake it or else it's going to be a totally new game. It's a shroud of mysteries for now, but still, Nintendo Switch is getting that. So if you're a fan of that series, well, guess what? You're in luck, though. That's good, though. Kind of glad they're bringing back the classics from the old days. Now, next up, they briefly talk about Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Shield. Yes, it does have potential. However, they're hawking like this Pokemon accessory, a little Pokeball you can take everywhere with you. Alright, they're going into gimmick zone, I felt at that trailer point. At least there was one gimmick in this entire E3 press conference, thank goodness. Good news is if you're at E3 you get to play it there. Now if you're like me or anybody else, well, you're kind of screwed on that. Still, it's always alright, but still they hawk off a gimmicky item. Now at this point they went back to weird. It was Astral Chains where you get to chain up monsters and use them as allies. Looked like it was an action / RPG or action game. A bit weird for my taste, folks. Really weird. Next up is Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, the Black Orb. Oh my goodness, that does look awesome. I do mean it looks really great and awesome. I mean, it's a Switch exclusive. You have Magneto you get to play as. And you also now have the Avenger characters and some of them in their original outfits from the good old days. You also have the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. You fight against the enemies of the Marvel Universe, including Thanos. And he has the Infinity Gauntlets. This is going to be released this year, and it's going to be a wonderful exclusive for the Switch. Definitely should get this game. The next game is a crossover game, which is Cadence of Hyrule, which is Crypt of the Necro Dancer, crossing over with Legend of Zelda. Not only you get to play the main character from the Crypt of the Necro Dancer, you also get to play as Link and Zelda. Looks fun as a little indie game. Throwback to the old NES days. So they did a great job of that. I mean, they're starting to do some nice things with certain indie games, especially this one right here. So bravo, bravo. Now, next one up was alright, was Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. Yes, they had some nice events. You also could play Mario and Sonic characters, including Dr. Robotnik, Bowser Jr. Yeah, I'm naming all the villains. And they have karate too, so hopefully Bowser Jr. is in a black outfit and he could sweep the leg. Still, it's not bad at all. It's alright. Next up is Animal Crossing New Horizons. So far, this game absolutely stole the show. I do mean seriously, it did stole the show at this point. I was like going, whoa. In its pre-alpha footage, what it looks like it's actually good. I was like thinking, okay, it's going to be released this year. Absolutely this year. Well, I'll explain more on that. However, let me go over the details of what I saw on this show. First of all, your character could pole vault over rivers, aka makes a nice shortcut. Yeah, that's right, a nice shortcut. Second, they could dig up trees, yes, and then keep them, put in their little pockets. So in other words, you can go to your friend, steal their peach tree. After you steal their peach tree, well, guess what? You do not need to wait 3 days to grow a peach tree. Most likely with a golden shovel or a platinum shovel if they're going to introduce that. Then they have weather playing as a factor because one of the critics go, it's too cold outside. I'm like going, oh man. If it's like a flurry of blizzards, whoa, that's awesome. And they still have Tom Nook overcharging you up the yin yang. Yeah, that's right. Tom Nook is at it again, overcharging you. Now, what I like what Nintendo says is it's supposed to come out this year, however, it's being delayed. They said something about a rush game is forever a bad game, a delayed game is a very good game. I have a feeling that's what it's going to happen with Animal Crossing New Horizons. Bravo Nintendo on one of the show stealers of E3 so far. Now, next up, I was disappointed on how they ended the show. Great start, they had some great moments, great Animal Crossing. They say, here's the titles that didn't make it. One of them was Mario Maker 2. I was like, come on, they should show a little bit more of that. There are some serious creative people on YouTube. I was disappointed in that. And it gave me a little bit of a question mark on that. Are they going to restrict more content like they did with the original Mario Maker? But still, I kind of wish they didn't say coming soon on that. Especially on the game that's coming up. Now, next up, they should have had its own trailer. Was Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Now, Breath of the Wild sold many copies on the Wii U and the Switch. It's one of my favorite Zelda games. You explore the whole world, it's very open world. The sequel is coming. They only showed CGI, which is a disappointment. However, I kind of wish they had their own trailer since the CGI was good. I was amped up because I heard Breath of the Wild 2. Still, I kind of wish that Nintendo gave its own section as an ender right there instead of like part of the coming soon trailers. I was disappointed on the execution ending of the Nintendo Direct E3 press conference, but still, Breath of the Wild 2, whoa. Definitely can't wait for that to come out and collect some rewards. Now, what are my final thoughts of Nintendo Direct E3 2019 press conference? I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. It would have got a 9 out of 10 if they would have dedicated the last section entirely to the Breath of the Wild 2. They show a lot of gameplay. There was a little bit odd selections in the middle and all around the conference. They had some wonderful selections too. A few great surprises such as the Contra game, the Dragon Quest game, and even the Mana game. Plus Luigi Mansion was fun. And then Animal Crossing will be one of the games that we'll definitely talk about in the E3 press conference. Well, that is it for my review of Nintendo Direct E3 2019 press conference. This is Lord Fenton signing off. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, everyone.